Outside the Box Podcast, episode 4. Was the drill, everybody. Look, you guys already know what's up with my podcast. If you got dreams, desires, goals, and you're living that street life, Avenue Baby, I like bringing people along like the homie Gilbert here to motivate you guys and let you guys know that it's possible. You know, to get out the box, think outside the box, and get out and go get it. So, right here, we got the homie.
What's up, George?
Yeah.
Pleasure, man.
Like, he gangbanged through the late 80s, all throughout the 90s. Now he's pretty much living the American dream.
That's right.
And he calls himself the American Cholo. He got his own YouTube channel.
That's right.
So make sure you check him out. He got some good content. But, yeah, man.
Salud, brother. Nice to finally fucking sit down and beat you, Nick.
Yeah, man. I talked to the homie a lot on the phone. And he's a good homie. You know, he's a good older homie with got a lot of good knowledge. And I like listening to him. And every 2 weeks I might call him and get some information from him, you know?
Both ways, brother. Both ways.
Yeah, but pretty much let everybody know, like, where you come from.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, all of that.
It's a little story. All right, my name is Gil, pretty much. I used to be known as Stranger from the Hollywood Boys, man. That's in the Valley, off the 170 between the 5 and the 101. I banged. I got into my hood when I was 14 years old. That was in '89. You know, you get to the hood, you're a young guy. You start making little bones. By the time I was 16 in '91, that's when I ended up getting committed to YA. I got 8.25 years for assault with a firearm on a couple enemy guns and a couple cops. I did about 6 years of that fucking time, and then I was just in and out, man. I was in 91, 92, 93. I got out 94 for a little bit. I was back in 95, 96. I got busted back in January 97. Then I was busted 97, 98. And I finally got out in 99. Got my head out of my ass, homeboy. Started working and fucking started trying to fucking get this life together, man. Cause that gang shit, I've been through that whole spectrum, brother. I mean, through the whole thing, man. And it's destruction. That's on my YouTube channel. You see that? I'm probably the only guy you're gonna see that's preaching. I preach pretty much against gangs. I mean, that's my shit. My shit is to preach the reality, man. We got too many homies talking about, you know, the glorifying of it, how gangster it is, being with the business, the code, this and that. And there ain't no code, homie. That code's fake, man. That code's just a way for us to kill each other. It's the way for us to destroy our neighborhoods, brother.
Yeah, and then see, you've been there, done that, and from the age that you are, like you're talking from experience, you know? You're not talking saying all that as a 20-year-old. Because if you're 20 years old and you're talking like that, this was a fucking lame.
Yeah, brother, yeah.
But you're an older homie. You've been there, done that. So for the young homies that are listening, like, this is living proof right here. But for the second thing I want to bring up is the new generation, if they hear that, like, oh, assault with a deadly weapon on cops and enemies, this fool would be washed up. Explain to them how back in the days, you could do a murder and only get like juvenile life. Yeah,
back then you'd probably do like if you got a murder, they'd give you like they'll offer you a manslaughter off the back, especially if it was gang related, one-on-one gang related. It wasn't like if you kill a white boy, you're fucked. You can't kill white people even to today. You're gonna try to wash you up. That's never changed, brother. Yeah. But back then, if you killed another essay, for the most part, the first one they're gonna do, they're gonna try to offer you a manslaughter. And a lot of dummies won't take that manslaughter, and that's when back then was 15 to life was the regular. But attempted murder, you're doing probably about 7 years back then. In YA though, us youngsters, we get YA life. You do a murder, you're out in 8.25 years, man. But that actually, believe it or not, I want to go back to it, and I want to say YA saved my life.
Yeah.
YA kept me out of prison. I kept going to YA, kept banging. I did come out worse. Every time I came out of YA, I came out worse. I came out more knuckleheaded. YA was also the gang academy. That's what I call it. You know, you go in there as a little fucking chump. Like we were talking earlier, if you don't know how to fight,
you're gonna learn.
You're gonna learn how to fight, homie. Yeah. So
you're gonna learn today.
Yeah, but YA, at least now they're shut down, as you already know. YA actually helped us do it as youngsters. It helped us before we hit that 25-year maturity. Because this is what I say a lot of times to youngsters. All right, let me ask you. How old are you now?
I'm 31.
Okay, you're 31. Do you remember when you were, let's say, about 10?
No.
15?
Well, I do remember when I was 10, but...
No, I'm not saying gang-wise. Just in general. Do you remember when you were 10, right?
Yeah.
You were playing with what? Little fucking video games?
Locks and sticks, playing PlayStation. With
10 to 15. How big of a jump was that in your life?
That was a big jump. It's a big transition.
It's a big transition. You're thinking completely different, right?
Yes.
15 to 20?
Yeah, way different.
20, 25.
Still a dumbass.
Yeah, but you're still thinking
slowly maturing. Yeah.
So now imagine 20 to 40 something. I'm thinking at a whole different fucking pace of what young guys at your age are thinking. Because if you're hopefully lucky enough, you are maturing mentally, man. A lot of guys don't. I got homies that are 40 years old still acting like they're 15.
Yeah.
You know, but you're gonna think different, and the crazy shit about that is, hopefully you think different. Mm-hmm. Hopefully you think different while you're out here and not inside that box.
Exactly.
You're in that prison box. There's a lot of homies that are my age, and I talk to them all the time. What are you doing for? I talk to my homie yesterday. You know, here, chilling. You know, I said, living that dream, huh, Dick? Yeah, fuck you, motherfucker. Homie's doing life, but what are you gonna do? And hopefully, I woke up luckily when I was about like 24, dude. Well, actually, I woke up even before that, before I did my last stretch. But I was out here banging. I was out here I was that guy that was ready to die for the hood, homie. I was that guy that everybody in my block knows me. I was that guy. But one thing is, you don't start off like that. A lot of people have that misconception. You join a gang, you're 100. Yeah. It don't work.
You gotta work yourself.
It's like any business. It's like any business, like any sport. You're not just gonna join the basketball team, be the great starter, and be the pro fucking player. You're not gonna do that. And the same thing happens with gangs, man. I started off in '89 at 14. Like I said, I went to YA 16. I got out when I was 18. I got a little size on me now. Fools ain't gonna pump me as much as they used to. Now, fools ain't pumping me at all. But when you're young, yeah, you're a little kid, man. There's guys that are 3-4 years older. Right now, when I'm 40-some, 3-4 years is not a big difference. But when you're 14 and you got a 17-year-old, it's a world of difference, dude. It's like fucking, you got a guy who's 8th grade to a guy that's 11th grade or something. That's a world of difference. But now, no, man, it's just about waking up. Like I said, I got out, and at 18, I was at a different level. By the time I was 21, I was at a level where I was one of the top dogs in my hood. I mean, straight up. There was never a leader in my hood, but if you can ask, hey, 96, who was the one calling shots and shit, they'll save me.
Yeah.
You know, that's the rank that I ended up getting in the hood. And at the end, out of all that shit, I saw, I'm like, this is all fucking lies, homie. I'm here trying to kill these guys. At the end, I'm busted with them. They're my best homies because
we gotta be together.
Yeah, so it started coming up, and then I'm looking at these older guys. I'm like, wait a minute, dude, these fools ain't got nothing going on. They got no holidays. They're fucking. You got some 30, 40-year-old guys living at home with their mama. You know, and luckily one day my eyes opened to the truth. Homie, the truth is all that gang shit.
Were you busted when your eyes opened, or they opened when you were out already?
Believe it or not, I think my eyes opened the day I got busted. That was in January '97. I was in that life, living it. Like I said, I was the one going to the park, going to the meetings. Let's get some money together. We're buying some straps. We're doing this. Get together with the other homies. Hey, who came to the hood, bang on us, right? And we'll make our list. These fools came to the bank. We're gonna bang this one. We're gonna bang this one. That's the lifestyle we're at. In '90,
full-time job.
It was a full-time job. Homie. It was a paranoid job. I come out of my house like, now I'm strapped, and I'm paranoid. You know, you're having fucking crazy dreams.
Just on your toes, yeah.
So '97 kicked in. It was January '97. They had just killed my homeboy like maybe 2 weeks prior. So it was it was a madhouse around my hood. And they come to my house to raid my pet. The funny thing is they weren't raiding it for me. They're raiding for my mom. My mom was a cocaine dealer. My mom was a cocaine dealer from from like '84 to that last time she got busted in '97.
I know several moms like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's the house I grew up in. She used to slang dope. They came looking for her, not for me. They caught me with a couple straps. And when I went in that county jail, I'm in the Van Nuys substation. I'm looking around. I'm like, this shit again? And then all of a sudden right there is we're just fucking boom. I'm like, this shit again? Before a week earlier, I'm ready to go do live, ready, go kill, go die, the whole shebang. But for whatever fucking reason, I walked in there, fool.
And good thing you got caught for something petty, right? Like, it wasn't nothing that got you fucking a long stretch.
No, they somehow, some way, I've always said I got a fucking guardian angel, fool. I got busted with 2 straps and a brown bag full of bullets. All right. I came out of the fucking. I went to the bottom of the fucking apartment. Me and my 2 homies are in there. I said, "Hey, fool, you grab the 9 on top of like a closet like that." I said, "Nah, it's a motherfucker." I go back in there. You're like a dumbass. I still got the bag. I still got the other gun in my fucking waist. I go up. I grab the 9. I'm coming out of the fucking apartment. When I come out, it feels like this. Boom. You're on. And what do? I freeze, homie. And they try to get me for obviously for ex-con with a weapon. Somehow, some way, the charges got fucked. They ended up getting. I think my sister-in-law got caught. She got caught with one of those weeder fucking weight things the muscle guys use with all the fucking powder. It was all full.
Protein shit?
Yeah, but it was all full of coke. They caught her with the dope. They caught me with the guns. When we got charged, somehow, some way, these fools crossed it. They got me with the coke and put the guns on her. And then when they came to trial, they're like, you guys fucked up. You guys charged the wrong guy. They already knew I was gonna go to YA and max out my fucking number, which I had like 3 years left on my shit. So actually, I got lucky because now I would have gone to the joint for X time with a weapon.
Exactly,
The homies get at you, and that's one thing I noticed. Dude. Guys in prison, there is positive guys, but there's guys that are gonna sit there and try to fucking just use you up and brainwash you. And I'm sure at that age that I was,
well, it's not that they try to. It's just you yourself. You get in there and you see what's going around you.
Yeah.
And you want to be part of it. You know, you don't get there and just like, I'm just gonna watch the older homies. Like, no, you want to be in the mix, and like you said, you want to be recognized. You know, but yeah, the older homies bring us in. Like, you want to? Come on.
You want something? Yeah, exactly. But me, I'm just kind of. I'm glad I never did that, and then I ended up doing like 27 months on that violation, and I got out in
Did you max out?
No, I didn't. I think I had like maybe like 8 months left on my shit, which was I went for parole. I did a year. Usually, I'm the only guy that was in YA. I would do 2 years on all my violations all the time, and it was always because I cop shooting. Because I never got convicted for it, but every time they would bring it up, they're like, "This guy's got a cop shooting." And you get caught with guns? Fuck them. They would always break me out for another year.
Yeah.
I ended up getting out, but when I was in there, they gave me an extra year, and I actually did a pretty crazy program. But I ended up going to the Navy fucking program, believe it or not, for like 2 months.
What is that in YTS?
No, I was in Ventura. I was in Ventura.
Okay.
They had already gave me a year because they said I was manipulating the program, this and that. But to me, I was walking around there like it's a beautiful day.
Real quick, which YAs did you go to? Did you go to the Norwalk reception?
I went to Norwalk reception. I've been to Preston. I've been to the NRCC up north. I've been to YTS.
Did you go to Nellis?
And I went to Ventura. No, I was a little bit too old. Nellis was I think like around 11 to like 14 or 15 years old. I went to Paso Robles was the first one I went to.
Yeah, Paso. Yeah. I was in Paso.
Yeah. So I went through all those and. Dude, thank God I did, homie, because if not, I probably wouldn't be here to talk to you now.
Oh, you would have been brainwashed at 18 years old in prison. Straight up.
And I was so pumped up. Yeah, I would have been like, let's do this, let's be down with the business. And right now, I'd probably be talking to you fucking from a jail cell all tapped down, talking about my boy, why, you know?
You would have had a mean
I got homies like that all day long, man. The difference with me, a lot of people see me, a lot of people hear me talk, they think, that guy's a square. That guy's it's very rare to see some cat that's been through the kind of shit that I've been through and come out of it, still being able to speak, still being able to fucking function in the regular world. Because I've got a lot of homies that are my age and that fools are still out there doing the same shit, but they're like they're in a time warp, man.
Well, you just caught on to it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm barely catching on to life, and all the listeners out there, you know, they could catch on too. It takes time. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. My girlfriend, she tells me, my baby's mom, she tells me, "Oh, you haven't changed." Like, what? I haven't changed. If you would have knew me when I was like 18, 19 years old, I'm a fucking saint now. You know?
Yeah.
Straight up.
When I first saw you, it was on that Street Gang interview.
Yeah.
And I was impressed off the fact. I swear to God, I looked at it. I said, "Man, this was a fucking smart individual, man. This guy actually gets it." And that's what I figured. I was like, this guy gets it. This guy reminds me of me when I was his age. That to a certain point, because I still see you a little bit. Believe it or not, like you still want to bang Lennox a little bit, or.
Well, don't get me wrong. Like I'm still, as much as I want to do good. Like I told you that story at the
Staples Center.
At the Staples Center. You know, I'm still an idiot sometimes. But I understand and I know what route I need to take to get there, you know?
Because
when I'm getting there, it's just sometimes I like to take a pit stop.
Yeah, but that pit stop, all you need is one fucking bad fucking pit stop and you're fucked, homeboy. Like, I talk to homies all the time and I said, "Hey, what's up, fool? You bang?" "Nah, I'm just not active right now." You know? Me, you ask me, I don't bang, fool. It's pretty simple. And when I got out in, when was it? 99, I got out, right? I ended up going with my girl, which is my wife now. I paroled to her house two of my homeboys come. One right now is doing 45 to life in the joint, and the other one ends up taking off to Seattle because he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of town. But these fools both rolled up to my house, and they're like, what's up, fool? Let's do this. Because they already know I'm that guy that gets out of jail, or the homie's out. The hood's gonna crack. I was that guy. And I saw these fools, I said, straight up, I said, fuck you, motherfuckers, I ain't going. They're like, nah, for really? I said, yeah, really, motherfuckers, I ain't going, fuck you.
Yeah.
And the fool's like, alright, fool, they already know. Alright, fool, left. I still hung around with those fools, drank beer. I still hung around and chill with them. They're still my homies.
Well, see, a lot of homies, they join gangs and they feel like older homies or people that have been from the hood longer that they run it. Like, and if you say no to them, you're a bitch. Like, no, dude, like, ever since I got jumped into my gang, I've been me. You know?
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to do that. No, like, be yourself. Always be yourself.
Let me tell you. Hey, so let me tell you a story. I got this one cat. He's like my nephew. He's related to me with through my wife, marriage-wise. He comes to my pad one day. I'm in my garage, in my office. He comes with his little homie. He's like, hey, Gil, I need to ask you something. I said, what's up, kid? He's like, hey, some of the homies wanna put me on the hood. And I says, who? He tells me the names. These guys are a little bit older, kind of my age. And I'm like, fool, let me tell you something, man. All these cats that are out there trying to pump you up, trying to say they're gangbangers, trying to be this. If they're gangbangers, either in the joint, they're either dead, or they're like me, gonna tell you, step the fuck away from this game, homeboy. Straight up. That's love. I told him, you wanna be a gangbanger, fool? Go join the Marines, kid. Because, you know, I get it. There's some of us, and not just raza, not just black, just men in general. We got that testosterone, homeboy. We got that testosterone, and some of us wanna fight.
Yeah.
Some of us want to go to war.
Want to stand for something.
Yeah, and you know what? The Marines is the best place. Not even the Marines, the Army. You're gonna get a medical. You're gonna be able to use a gun. They're gonna actually give you that.
That's not gangster, homie.
Nah, homie, that's about as gangster as it gets.
I know.
When we get busted, when we start doing that, you know why we like going to the halls, to camp, to YA. Bam! You like that discipline. You like, oh, you see how these guys march. You see that? We like that discipline, and that's why when we go to the joint. That's why Raza does so well in prison, because we like the guidelines, we like the rules and regulations,
we like structure.
We like structure, homie. But the thing is, we're structured in a criminal way. If we could get that energy that we're using to structure in a criminal way and use it in a positive way, my God, dude, the fucking sky's the limit, homie. We're the hardest working people on the fucking planet. We get shit done. We can start fucking working. We can start fucking getting property. We can start prospering here in America, dude, majorly, homie. But too many people are just caught up in that fucking gang shit, caught up in that dope shit, man. And as long as we keep doing that, we're not gonna get nowhere, brother. We're not gonna get nowhere.
That's the truth, for reals. So, talk to me about the transition, like how you went from like one day being a straight hardcore gangbanger to like the next months trying to change your life. Because to me, I think that's difficult. You know?
You know what? A lot of people will, and I think it is. It's difficult to walk away from it. It's and what I figured out what it is. It's a fake pride. It's a false pride. Like I said, when you're young, you know, you kind of the totem pole. Once you get to a certain bracket of the hood, it's you yourself that's pumping yourself up. It's you yourself, fuck this ain't a punk. It's you yourself saying, fuck, this wasn't gonna get that money on me. It's you yourself just as a gang member now you're a gangbanger. It's you yourself putting yourself in that shit. Fuck that, this will disrespect me. You start going off that false pride. You start saying, I ain't no fucking punk. Anybody says anything to me, you ain't paying my bills?
Yeah. That's a pump up case right
that's all it is, brother. And but the thing is, we used to pump ourselves up so easy. When I got out, it was like this, brother. I got out. I've got nowhere to go. My mom's on parole. I can't go to her house, and pretty much I got no other family. My carnal is out of state. I can't go over there. I got my girl, but this is something new. This is a new relationship. She already has a son. I go in there. I think within maybe 30 days, fool. I get a phone call from the police department out of Ventura. That's where she was living with her mom, and fucking they told her, hey, you need to pick up your daughter. If not, she's going to foster care. Her mom's going to the joint. So her mom's going to the joint. Now I'm 24 years old. I've been out a month. I got a girl that I'm fucking supposed to be responsible for. I got her son, which now is my son. You know, I pretty much adopted the kid, dude. And now I got a daughter that I also haven't had. So in 1 month, I'm out of jail, 24 years old, on parole for the third time. I got a full-blown family, homeboy, and I got to make that decision. Am I going back with these two knuckleheads that just pulled up and say, hey, fool, what's up, let's roll? Or am I gonna get my fucking shit going? I'm gonna start working. I started working, fool. I started working and I started just fucking.
What was your first job?
Digging ditches, homeboy. I was still a concrete guy. I went. My mom knew, my mom knew a lot of paisas because it's like cope to him. She calls this one guy, Brujo. Hey, Brujo, take my son with you to try to get a job. I went over there. It was this guy, and I still talk to him. Homeboy. His name's John Stitch, man. Cool cat, man. He's a güero. He's the one that gave me the name Gil. My name's Guillermo. My name's Guillermo. I can't pronounce that. He says, hey, your name's Gil. And ever since that, that's what people have been calling me. I go there. I tell him I'm a carpenter. I wasn't a fucking carpenter. I didn't know shit. I've never swung a hammer in my life.
You got a bullshit,
yeah. I got the job, but the foremen knew right away that I didn't know that much. But what they did know, they saw this will works. This will work, homie. I just got out. I'm fucking healthy. I'm fucking hungry, and I'm like, no, I need to work. I would bust my ass, dude. I would bust my ass. I would come home, my hands all fucked up. I was digging ditches all day. I was crawling through rebar, cleaning mud. I was doing all that. When you go to construction site, you said drunk guy doing all that dirty work. That was me, homie. But all I knew is I was gonna climb up the ladder. I would go home every day and watch Bob Vila. I would go home every day and just watch what are they having? What are they measuring? Just trying to fucking pick up that game. Just like gangbang, What are these guys doing? What are they doing straps? Trying to pick up that game, but now I'm in the real game. I started figuring out
the real world, yeah.
In the real world. No, it's not just the real world, it's the real game. There's many games and there's many yards. That's why I say like prison yards. Okay, there's yards like this, George. When you're in the joint, right? You'll have conversations with the homies. Hey, where do you want to go? Fuck, I want to go over there because they got action on that. If you're let's say you're in reception, you're trying to figure out what joint you want to go to because that's where they got the clavo, that's where they got the phones, that's where they got the boneyard. Whatever joint you're gonna go to, you're trying to get there because they've got something that you want, right?
Yeah, of course.
We got everything out here. This is America, motherfuckers. This is America, and a lot of fools just haven't seen that. I'm like, dude, I was born in Honduras, homeboy. I know what it is to live in a third world country. It's fucked up. We have the dream over here, brother. And that's why, like, when people say, hey, isn't that hypocritical? You call yourself the American Cholo? Fuck no. Cholos are as American as apple pie, homeboy. We started this gangster shit. We exported all that gang out to fucking Central America. We exported all these gangs out to Mexico. They didn't start them over there. They started over here. And a lot of guys over here that will sit to say that, que son mexicanos. You ain't Mexican, fool. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Yeah, you're Mexican blood, but no. The Mexicanos over there, they don't like you, right? You're a bunch of pochos and pinches cholos que valen verga. It's like a complicated thing, but at the end of the day, we're in the yard, homeboy. We're in the yard. We got the booze. You want to take a toke? You want to go with the girl? You want to fucking get up with whatever you want to do in America? You can do it, brother. But it's up to us, homeboy. If you want to take advantage of it, by all means. And if you don't, you want to get stuck in that little box that's called your block. I was there. I thought my block was everything. I thought, I'm gonna die for this shit. I'm gonna kill this shit. I'm gonna join. I'm gonna move up in the ranks to the joint. I'm gonna fucking be a jefe. I'm gonna do. You've got all these fucking misconceptions of how life really works. And then one day you get older, you start having kids, and if you really give a fuck about your kids, you start fucking saying, wait, what the fuck am I doing here, dude?
That's what I'm going through right now.
Yeah, and how's the transition for you?
I'll explain that later. We're getting back to you.
All right.
We need to get back to what I said. We're the real world, the real game. Keep explaining your story. How you went from working hard, getting dirty, and everything just to move up the ranks.
So I started doing that, straight labor. I started grabbing plans that were, when you go to any construction site, there's all kind of plans. They come up with new ones every fucking so many weeks, especially once they get older. I would sit there and jobs that were done, like we finished our part of the job, I would ask the foreman, hey, let me take those plans home. I would take the plans home.
Study them?
Yeah, I'd open them up. I really didn't know what I was looking at yet, but I'm looking at them. I mean, really, but I'm looking, all right, this is where we enter. You start, and I started getting a fucking feel for it. The boss that I had, he said, hey, you want to take a plan reading course? I said, yeah, absolutely, man. He paid the course. I did it, and all they did pretty much was teach you how you're looking at it. They didn't really teach you the whole spectrum of it. You can only learn that in the field. And I just started studying, dude. I just started studying because I know I don't want to fucking dig a ditch for. That's some hard fucking work, dude. My back was hurting.
Yeah.
I was young, but I was still
a job.
Yeah, dude. It's just hard fucking work. But what it is, it's a platform where you start working, man. It doesn't matter if you're digging ditches. It doesn't matter if you're at Mickey D's. It doesn't matter if you're fucking washing cars. Those are just startup jobs to get you going to where you want to go. So after that, I would say probably within 3 or 4 years, fool. Within 3 or 4 years.
No.
I want to say within 3 or 4 years, I was running some small work, and then that was '99. I got out by 2000 and look at that guy.
Handsome guy.
by like 2005, I had my contractor's license, man. I took my contractor's license, and I had my business for years on end. Now I'm still here. I'm still doing it. The only great part, and I'm proud of, believe it or not, I still live in my hood. I still literally live, I don't know, 1 main street, 4 blocks from my hood. I got on my bike, I'm there. I go walking, put my head down, I'm there. What's up, how you doing, this and that. They'll just say, I still go buy beer, where I used to go buy beer when I was fucking a young kid. I'm still living in my hood.
When you see your little homies, do they recognize you? Do they know who you are? Do you try to talk to them?
Believe it or not, like the real young guys, I don't really talk to. They'll see me, they may be with some guys that are like 30 years old.
They know you.
Yeah, they know me off the back. Hey, what's up? How you doing? And some of those, and I've heard before, like a little homie, like, hey, why that fool don't fucking tell us what's up? And that fool's like, them fools, you know what I mean? You ain't even on that level, homeboy. Yeah. And so, because to me, they're so young, they're not gonna listen to me.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. When I go to my hood and I'm driving by, I see the little homies, and I'm like, we don't have nothing in common. I'm not gonna waste my energy, you know?
Yep.
I wish them the best.
Yep.
Hopefully they gangbang the way I did, or hopefully they get this shit together, but I'm out of here.
Yeah, brother, I'm on. So I will get at guys, and I've gotten at guys that are your age, and there's one in particular, one of my homies, and hopefully he does a fucking little interview with me. He's a little hesitant, my homie Rooster, man. He's a big guy. I think he just turned 30. He was penitentiary now. He's been on now for like, he's been out for like 2 or 3 years. He did a 5-year stretch, and he came out. He wanted to bang. He was like all pumped up, and then one of my homeboys was back busted again. Actually hooked him up with me, and I got him a job. And yeah, he was a little very rough in the edges. He still had that penitentiary fucking thought of mind. That's one thing with guys at work. You can't go in there with that penitentiary stuff. You can't go in there and say, I'm gonna fuck this fool up. He snitched on me. That's the plan. The real world, he ain't snitching on you. You guys are working, and he's saying you're not carrying your weight, or he's communicating to the boss or whatever it is. And a lot of those guys, they make that mistake. They still have that like, fuck you, I'm gonna fuck you up. Fool. It don't work like that. But that guy now, fuck, dude. He's with his girl. He's got his own place. He's doing it, brother. He's living the dream, homeboy. He's living the dream.
He's getting it.
He's getting it, and it makes me so happy to see that. Because you know why? Because I know he's getting it. He's my younger homie. But I know his son now has a much better fucking chance of growing up and being a regular fucking kid. And that's the only way we're gonna break this thing.
You know what? I wanted to talk to you about that because, like, I grew up without a father. You know, my dad chose gangbanging and drugs and whatever life he chose before his kids.
Right.
You know, and I grew up the way I grew up with no discipline, no father figure, everything. I'm not gonna let that happen to my kids. But I seen on your channel you had like a certain topic called the Mijo dads.
Yeah, the Mijo dads.
I love it. Like I love that video because I know so many of those. If you want to explain to everybody what a Mijo dad is.
Alright, this is a Mijo dad. And I even told my son this, man. I said, listen, man. Don't be a Mijo dad. Like, what's that? I said, the Mijo dad is the equivalent of the Disneyland dad the white people say. But what it is, hey, Mijo, how you doing, Mijo? Oh, I love you, Mijo. 2 weeks later, what's this for? 3 weeks later, what's for? You need diapers. You need clothes. You need this. Nowhere to be found, homeboy. Mijo, I love you, Mijo. It's all Mijo, I love you, Mijo. But when it comes on time to fucking put in work for your kid, you're nowhere to be found, homeboy.
Mijo dad.
You're a fucking Mijo dad. All you say is, Mijo, I love you, Mijo this.
And I swear to God, when I would see my dad in the hood, what's up, Mijo? You got $1? $1 too?
My shit, listen, fool. I'm turning 44 in 4 days, man. I've seen it all. And I still see the same shit. That's the crazy part about my life. I still live in my hood, so I still see it. But I'm like this with the popcorn, homeboy. Just hey, homeboy. I'm like this with the popcorn, just watching the show, fool. And I see this fool come up. I say, oh, you going back in? But the thing is, I'll tell him. I'm not. Just the way I'm talking to you. I'm not gun shy, fool. I will tell you exactly. I don't speak to anybody differently just because they're from a different hood. Or they're different.
You.
I'm me, homie.
Yeah.
And I've been this way all the time. But like I said, yeah, those Mijo dad dude, it's unfortunate because we as men are the only ones that could change this future as far as gangbanging, as far as getting out of that rut. The only way, listen, it took us 40 years. My own personal opinion, gang banging and modern day gangs started at the very earliest, 75 from on. Everybody, I know they got guys that will sit there, we started in the 20s, we started in the 30s. Yes, your gang started, but it wasn't the same animal. It was not the same animal. You have 70s up to the 80s, especially 90s. It went from a little mom and pop organization in the 20s to full-blown corporations. If that makes any sense. It's a different story. But it took us, let's say it took us 40 years to get where we're at as far as gangs. In 40 years, how much property has your hood gained?
Nothing.
How much fucking benefits has your fucking hood gained?
Nothing. They don't give out benefits.
If anything, you're losing. Listen, when I started banging, we had a clique in Burbank, we had a clique in Van Nuys.
You know what we do get? Stripes.
Oh yeah, but you can't go to the market and fuck any money off those. We had all these cliques. You know what? They're all dwindling, and it's not so much from other neighborhoods taking them over. It's gentrification. It's people coming in there and buying your property for cheap. The white boys ain't scared anymore. The white boys were scared to come to LA. The white boys were scared to come to the inner city of Los Angeles for many years. But YouTube and the internet has changed that, because now I can go to any hood I want. I can just go. I'll go to South Central.
And you know what? If you keep it real, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You grew up in the 90s or the 80s and you gangbanged through when gangbanging was at its prime.
Yes.
Now, I mean, it's still out there, but the numbers have went down drastically, dude.
No, now it's just Meth City, man. Everybody's high. Everybody's
Meth City, yeah.
Meth City. Everybody's on fucking dope, homeboy. Even my hood. Listen, I since I work construction, I drive all over LA, and me. My wife's like, you're fascinated by this gang shit. I said, John, that's my wife. I said, this is my life. I know what it was. I've never hid from it. So when I'm driving down a certain block, I'm down with my car's parked. I'm gonna take a turn by rock. I'm gonna go by crazy. Just to fucking look. I see a little hit up here. You're not seeing nobody out there anymore. And then once you see, 9 times out of 10, they shoot the fuck out. And that's it. Meth has pretty much destroyed the hoods. Apart from gentrification, when I was out here, we would beat the homies down. Homies would get high.
Oh yeah.
But homies would be like, hey dude, we're having a meeting. Fuck this fool up. You're getting too high. You're getting too stupid. And I don't know if maybe
there's just no structure out there no more.
I think, but like I got busted in '97, and like all the guys that ran with me, they're either the majority are dead or fucking in prison. A couple deported. A few are still out there, but then they walked away from the hood. They left these dummies to their own, and then meth got so cheap, and these fools are still out there, fucking just getting high. For I mean, that's nowadays you can go and get fucking these fools in my hood. You'll give them $40, they'll give you a bag, homie. Whatever you grab out of the bag. That's a cheap and fucking nasty.
You know, we were talking about it earlier about buying dope, how being an entrepreneur now. It's the same thing.
It's the same game, brother.
Okay, but like I was telling you, just to let you guys know how nasty it is out there. When I used to slang dope, an ounce of crystal meth was like $600 to $700. How much is it going for now? $200 an ounce? That's trash, and that's what everybody's smoking.
This is what they're doing in the hood. At least I
don't even see the profit on that anymore.
Because there's no profit. They're just poisoning you. Pretty much, this is how it is, fool. You give me $40, I open up the bag, whatever you can grab in your hand, homie. That's the going rate right now for meth.
Yeah, because it needs to go. Yeah,
because it's garbage and nobody. It's poison, fool. That's just the biggest. I can even see homies doing fucking carga here and there, but that meth, it's as fast as it gets you up there, that's as fast as it's burning your fucking brains. Man.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still young, you know, but I experienced with everything, like any drugs I've done it, you know, but I've never got addicted to anything. I tried meth. I don't understand how you people loved it. I like to sleep. I like to eat, you know? And if you gangbang out there in the streets, you gotta be alert and you gotta be healthy. You never know when someone's gonna run up on you, you know? You gotta be healthy, but all the homies you see out there, how they look like zombies, right?
They're fucking zombies. No, that's exactly what they are.
One hit to the chest.
No, you can't even hit them because they're fucking tweaked out hiding from behind the fucking trees, homie. What are you talking about? These fools are fucking twacked out, brother.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's a fucked up situation, but believe it or not, it's our own fault because we slanged it. That's one thing I was watching. I was watching The Godfather the other day. You guys should watch that movie. Great movie. If you ever watched Godfather Part 1, and that's when I was seeing it.
Part 3 is kind of slow.
Yeah. Part 1's great. And the Italiano was talking about, we don't sell fucking dope to our own. We don't sell that poison. I looked at it. These motherfuckers were so ahead of their time, dude. If we would have never sold that dope to our own people, oh my god, if you wanted to talk gang power, the gang power would have to be fucking insane, homie.
Us Sureños will be in American politics.
Absolutely. Because we have a lot of smart homies, we've got a lot of smart people. But we started selling poison to our own. And we continue to. And as long as we continue to sell that poison, you're gonna continue to see what's going on, dude. Around my city, oh man, I just drive around, it's 10 city. And you got Cholo vatos, man. This is the fuck. Before, the vato with the Ben Davis, nice little fucking shirt, you know, looking clean, you know.
Nice and clean, yeah.
Nah.
They would iron all their clothes.
Nah, I mean, nowadays is you get the backpack with the bike.
With your fucking pro club that you've been working for 30 days straight.
Everybody's getting high, homie. And as long as you guys continue to get high, we're going to continue to get the same garbage coming out of the fucking city, man. And hopefully people start waking up, man.